Yeah. Some old guy came up the sidewalk. I was sitting out there in a chair, and he came up the sidewalk. And first shirt I've ever seen had Biden and Kamala on it. And he got right to the door and said, "Where you going?" He said, I said, "Where'd you get that shirt?" And he said, "I got it at a rally." I said, "Well, can you read?" And he said, "Is this America?" I said, "Give me 3 seconds, you're going to find out." Oh, yeah, I had the pepper spray ready for it. I try to get them out there because when pepper spray goes off in here, you can't come back in here for 2 hours, so I take them outside.
You've had to pepper spray people in here?
Oh, I've done it, yeah.
Like protester people coming in and
run their mouth. They come in and run their mouth. I got big signs out there telling them, if you don't like Trump, you're trespassing. So they're already trespassing. Yeah.
So they come in here to be nosy and harass you and...
Oh, they think they can tell me what to do. Doesn't work out good for them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, does this guy take his store seriously? No BS. Just like Trump. Okay, YouTube. Guess what's behind me? We are in for a treat. We're down at Trump Town in the little small town of Boonsville. The dude inside here is an absolute trip. This place is just out of control. Very special. We're gonna go inside and talk to the folks here and show you inside what's going on in here too. We actually have 2 Trump stores to show you. We have one more stop here before we go to the DC area. And I'll tell you what, inside of there, sales are up, but the Democrats are down. On our second to last stop, the inauguration tour continues here from Virginia, people. You're gonna love it.
This is funny. I got calls. This lady calls, and she also calls town council members, that I had a sign out there, "Trump, no bullshit." That was back in 2021. And so she says, "My little girl," we drove by the Trump store, "my little girl said, oh, bullshit."
Like she had never said that word before.
And I think that's offensive, and it's just so offensive. So I said to her, I said, "Let me tell you something, lady. When you take the pornography out of the public library, which is a half a block up the street from me, and out of the school books of middle school kids, I'll think about it. Okay, but first you get that out. Okay, you see where we are, where the people are? You have no clue what's really going on. And I got some pictures that you and I would go to jail for if we showed them to kids that are being shown and taught to middle school kids in Montgomery County."
That's Joanne Price. She's the owner of a Trump store in little old Christiansburg, Virginia. One of 2 Trump stores we visited on our way up to DC for the inauguration. Christiansburg is a medium-sized city in western Virginia, just down the road from Blacksburg, right at the base of the Appalachian Mountains. From what I hear, it's wonderful here. You're isolated by the mountains and farmland, and it's cheap. You can get a nice home here for $250,000. Where else can you get real estate that cheap, right? And just about everyone here voted for Donald Trump, including Joanne. This is her store since 2022. This store is more than just a place to get Trump gear, right? It's a gathering place for the community, huh?
It is. And the reason why I opened the store is because during COVID, I would put on my Trump hat and walk through Walmart, Home Depot, the stores that were allowed to be open. And people would say, "Hey, I like your hat." Or, they'd whisper. And I said, "Why are we whispering?" And so we would gather in the aisles of Home Depot, Walmart, and we start talking. And we found out that there were more people who were like us than not. And so I said, we need a place where people can get together and who think the same way, who have a love for our country, a love for our Constitution, and a love for God. And voila, that's what I did.
Nobody knows more about cooking than me. Nobody. Believe me, I'm the best cook. Everybody agrees. That is awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
Billions and millions of, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got the FU. The Donald Duck. Uh-oh. Bullseye. Ow!
You know, I had this bathing suit on Virginia Beach. And my husband said, I mean, people were coming up to me, and the flip-flops, the Confederate flag. And people were coming up to me. Oh, I got so many compliments. I had so many people around me about this bathing suit. Okay, people, there's a misunderstanding out there that this is hated. It's not.
Or it's a symbol of hate.
It's a symbol of hate.
Right.
But even today, that people hate it.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
they
No,
don't
it's,
want
it's
it.
very controversial.
Yeah, it's
They
very
think
yeah. And that's not true. And when CNN came in and did the report, did you know the cameraman bought one for his wife?
Yeah, and he was a little skeptical. The
Yeah,
CNN
he
crew that
was.
came in to meet you was skeptical of the store
may
and this,
say.
and then they ended up buying some of the stuff.
Yes.
See, you can have your minds changed.
Sure you can.
Why, there's Trump stores,
Yes.
but why don't they have any stores for the other political party?
You know, I'm going to tell you, I've had people come in here that did not like my store, did not like Trump. And that is exactly the question I asked. I said, you know what? I said, the Biden store is down the street if you can find it. Yeah, there is none. Why? Because nobody really. And I can tell you that that's just a testament to the fact that those numbers are fake.
The voting numbers.
And the support numbers, they're fake. Mm-hmm. They're fake, and that's why they have to cheat.
But it's also, it has to do with that they don't have a personality that people love and get behind, that have character, that are real people.
Right.
They don't have any superstars that you would go out of your way to buy something of theirs in the store.
Right.
I don't know if they're ever, I don't see anybody coming up on their roster that
Nobody.
could match. And then down the road, about an hour away, is little Boone's Mill, Virginia. And another Trump town. This is where Whitey has his store. Boone's Mill is much smaller than Christiansburg. It's much more rustic. There's only 259 people in town at last count. We've got all of these signs, which is just kind of looks like my backyard back home. If you know me, you know. And we've got the Trump RV that I think we're going to have to ask. I think this was used on a rally or a campaign trail or something. I'm not sure where he got that, but I think it's very important. But Trump Town is a big deal. This used to be a church, and a lot of people around here are not happy about the fact that a church has been turned into a shrine for Donald Trump. We got all the signs out here. Every sign you can think of, from Biden sucks to honk for Trump, nurses for Trump, farmers for Trump, Virginia for Trump, veterans for Trump. I don't see any trannies for Trump. Oh, we even have Russia for Trump. Trump Town. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got Rambo Trump. If you're easily offended, you don't want to come in here. There we go.
Anything in particular looking for?
I am going to look at a lot of stuff.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, you got to make sure you take a picture or zoom into what I call Santa Dawn
Okay.
with Melania with her scarf and her poinsettias. And in fact, he made it authentic with his bandage assassination here. How about that?
How do you explain the obsession with Donald Trump, the fascination?
There ain't no obsession. No, God sent me with him to help him. And,
Not yours. I'm saying the public's.
oh,
Yeah, like
because
people
he's
are.
done what he's done for the country. He's done everything he said he'd do and then more. It's just like Hamas. They're turning over all the hostages right now because they know when he tells them all hell's going to break loose, it will. Yeah, just things like that. We've never had a president that had balls. Reagan did a little bit, but nothing like Trump has done already. Yeah.
So why don't there Kamala stores, Joe Biden stores?
You couldn't give that bullshit away. Yeah. Nobody wants their name anywhere near them. I had Joe and her on different items in here. People said, no, I would never wear nothing with her name on my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody's a fan of this store. Bunch of people online complain about the place. This guy said, if Jesus saw this place, he would weep. Aw. Another guy said, 1 star. Most of this stuff is made in China. That's fair. People complain about racism and misogyny. They're offended. Well, then don't come in here, right? Most of the complaints are people who think that turning an old church into a Trump store is horrifying. One guy said, the choice of the building's brilliant. No one in their right mind's going to burn down a former church. If they do, the fire department's right next door. You either love this place or you hate it. Pathetic and disgusting. A store dedicated to a sick clown. And then, Trump awesome. This is the coolest store. And that's the political state of the country right now. Now, I hear people get offended easily. They come in here and they're like, oh, I mean, you've had people come in here. The review, somebody called you a troglodyte. I don't know if you know what that, which is a caveman. People come in here, they either love the store or they get offended. And
they don't come in here if I'm here, okay? If they don't like Trump, they get pepper sprayed or I'll knock the hell out of them. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I always like to ask people, is there anything nice you can say about the liberals? There's got to be something nice you can say about them. One thing?
Well, no, yeah, I can say one thing about them. They're really good cheaters. Yeah. We had the bullet shot glasses, and we sold out of them. I've got another 100 coming. It's actually got the bullet inside of it on the side. These are really hot. These photos are really hot. And the favorite of everybody is this one here. Yeah.
Clowns, yeah. Can you believe Hillary got medaled last week?
She should have got a medal, a bullet. Yeah. But anyway, medal. That just shows you it's to no avail. I mean, if they give them to her and George Soros, they'd give them to my dog. My dog's much better than that. Yeah. Sybil, she represents Trump.
Oh, she's got a Trump shirt on.
Yeah, she's got it on.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Daniel, tell me about why this place is so popular.
Well, obviously, Trump makes it popular, but Whitey Taylor, gentleman who owned it, of course, his first name is Donald. He started in 2015 when Trump started. So he was really one of the originals and just built and built and built. Really, instead of a bandwagon, he helped create the wagon and was able to secure this building. It's an old 1833 church in 2019 and been open and expanding since then. Between the airplane outside, between some of the other news coverage that we've had, not all positive, obviously, because of the what I'll call jealousy of what the Republican and the right side seems to have. It's sort of like some of the things I ask some people around here, kind of give them a Republican test, and they come back with an intelligent and a common sense and humorous response. And that's why I know the Republicans, because most of the people on the left lack intelligence, have uncommon sense that we have, and have no sense of humor. But this store allows us to kind of express the First Amendment. Imagine that. With all the different varieties here, we have some people even on our side, but I don't understand why that flag would be in here or that symbol.
Yeah.
It's the First Amendment. And that's the part about freedom in this country that we are helping to bring back and continue.
You've had negative press? Like, what do you mean?
Well, we've had verbal disturbances outside. We've had people come in. We've had what I call the Communist News Network. CNN came about 8 months ago, did a story, referred to the store as almost vulgar. We were like, what do you mean almost? We want to be completely vulgar. We've had over 30 countries come into this store in Boones Mill, Virginia, in the middle of nowhere. And we're talking Mongolia, Zimbabwe, Ghana, Africa, Poland, Israel, European countries, Australia, Vietnam, New Zealand, Central American countries, literally 30 countries I have served personally here.
No
and being
way.
a retired Marine, I pay attention to the tone of voice, maybe the accent, and then I ask them straight up.
What were they offended? I heard that there are some offensive things in here that if you are easily offended, it's borderline vulgar, racist, borderline whatever.
If you want to span around
Like,
here,
what are some examples?
Okay, the
of
stars
what?
and bars would obviously be something that
Okay,
the
get over it.
southern stuff.
Right.
Coming over here, in fact, this is actually what CNN finally referred to us as being almost vulgar.
Really?
Yeah.
The balls?
Yep. So for CNN, we hadn't got a set for them, since apparently they don't have
small balls. for
but there are different sizes. We'll just leave it at that. Now there are a few other things over here that I don't know if necessarily. We'll show off camera, then you can see if you want to videotape them.
Yeah,
but-
go and show it. I can edit it out if it's.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
How
well-
offensive or? Oh, okay. We got condoms.
one says
Make love great again.
That's mine because it says make sex great again, and I'm huge.
These are condoms. You can buy these.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
I just keep them tucked as part of our private stock.
Yeah.
So you got stuff like these bobbleheads, and this one got knocked off the shelf, and it broke both sides.
Okay.
So what am I going to do is I'm going to get a red magic marker and make it authentic.
There you go.
Stuff like that. How about this one? Bobblehead? How about a bobble finger?
Hey, liberals, F you.
Things of that nature that, just quirky stuff that we have here. Of course, this has got to be great too. You got Trump girl mug, but on the back side, they actually give a.
What am I looking at? Oh, the impeachment, 0% fake
Yeah, that's
news.
that's the nutrition label of the Trump mug.
Okay.
That's
Spray
so great.
tan,
Yeah.
gun rights, liberal tears. This is great.
I mean, to come up with this stuff, yeah.
God.
A lot of people are like, where do you get this?
And that's it. Press the button on my long and beautiful time to hear some of my great and unmatched wisdom.
This I call my vegetable knife.
Oh my goodness.
And people are like, what do you mean vegetable? I was like, I think it'll cut vegetables.
I think so.
But literally, this is one of those things that the factory's not making anymore.
They just
So
discontinued it?
they're like a one-time run that they did as a special, and
Yeah.
so I try to point out things to people, and but that's the Michael Jordan sole. It's a real tennis shoe.
I didn't realize it was so high quality.
It is, and that's the point. We're selling them, $199 since they came out.
Yeah.
500, 1,000 or more online. But we have a gentleman that actually bought a pair that rents an apartment. He tells us, hey, it's the only pair I wear. They're durable and comfortable. But we've got inauguration balls, regular balls, Trump Gold standard, hummingbird feeders.
Hummingbird feeder.
I mean, come on.
God,
Yes.
I never even heard the stuff they think of. Now back to the video. Back over at Joanne's Trump store, things are humming. Customers are fired up. They're more than customers, though. Everyone here is friends.
Well, it's just fun to come in and see what merchandise she has, because there's always new Trump, paraphernalia, garments, and everything that she has. And she continually rotates the stock. But the biggest thing is just to come in here and see the other Trump supporters and talk smack with them and just have a great time, because this is almost like a little Trump shrine or something. We can come in and mingle and have fun.
I always wondered, why isn't there a Kamala store or a Joe Biden store?
Well, I've always wondered that myself. I said, where are the Joe Biden hats?
Yeah, where's
And
the Joe Biden store?
Where's the Joe Biden shirts?
Where's the Kamala Mart?
But I think the answer is you have to come across the border, and then you get the Biden T-shirt and the Biden hat and a cell phone and all the benefits that you ever wanted.
They get all the
But
free
you have
stuff.
to come in the back door to get the Biden plan.
That's right. All right.
But that was an interesting thing, interesting question.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
And because there wasn't the support there really wasn't. You saw the Biden rallies. They had these little circles that everybody had to stand in for COVID, and he couldn't even fill those circles, so he put reporters and stuff in them.
Well, I went to two Kamala rallies, and the people were dressed I didn't see a single flag. I didn't see a single patriotic anything. Some people had phrases, some kind of, I guess you could say, clever shirts, not going back, not my president, whatever. But there was no patriotic feeling at those rallies. It was just a bunch of just random hippie-like people with kind of just, they hate Trump.
I mean, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets of the people that live there.
You got it.
Yeah, this is actually a bonus. This is 2 paintings in one.
Oh, look at that. It changes.
Yeah. You go back and forth. I got my wife one of these for Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Why is this man so loved so much in this part of Virginia, Dave?
Well, I think he speaks for the people. Is when he first came out and started to make his speeches, he was saying things that we all wanted to say, where they're like, yeah, I always thought that. I wanted to say that, and it's just like whatever he said, it was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I think. Well, I like this over here. You were talking about garbage trucks, garbage Trump or whatever.
Garbage truck.
She's got this.
Oh, we got the garbage truck.
She's got the garbage truck, and on the bottom, it has a label there that says,
Made in China, probably. What's your favorite thing in this store that you've bought? Can you show me?
Everything.
Everything.
Duckies, shirts, hats. This is one of the hats.
Yeah, we got sparkly.
And my buttons.
Oh, you got all the buttons on. Trump girl. Is he your favorite president ever?
Absolutely.
Why?
He did a lot for this country that other presidents hasn't done. And he knows, and he's very smart and bright, and he knows what he's doing, and he's very intelligent.
A lot of people don't like him.
I know. And they're not very smart.
So what happens if when Trump's not in office anymore? Is this place still going to be here, you think?
Well, I'm hoping one of Trump's sons will take over.
Oh, then we just keep the store going.
Keep it going.
Okay.
Keep the Trumps into the White House.
The Trump Jr. store.
Yeah, the Trump Jr.
All right. So this store is more than just a store. It's a gathering place for people from the community to come in and talk about similar viewpoints and just hang out, right?
Yes, it is. And people learn a lot about what's going on in our government. They learn that there is a deep state in case they don't know it already. And people's minds have been changed. Sometimes people are against Trump and they come in here and they change their minds. Sometimes they just want to give her a hard time. But it's a great place for people to meet and learn new things. And yeah. And I like this shirt too.
Oh, what's this shirt here?
This is...
Oh, scan me. Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can straighten it
There
out.
we go. Okay, so I'm going to take a picture of that. So QR code, hold it up to your TV or your whatever you got with your phone, and you will see what that is. That is a... All right, got a picture. Hopefully some people saw that. That's pretty cool. What's your favorite thing in here? Do you have a favorite thing that maybe we haven't seen yet?
I haven't bought that hat. I just saw that there's hat at Trump 47. I need to get a cowboy hat.
Yeah, this one like this?
Yeah. I've been wanting to get a cowboy hat, and I just saw those a few minutes ago. I'm going to give me a cowboy hat. My wife is going to be disappointed.
Put it on. Let's see what it looks like on you. That looks sharp on you. Man, when you're out on the course, right, that's a perfect golfing hat.
I know you guys are from North Carolina. Things that I don't understand is North Carolina had a super majority in the House and the Senate, and you guys didn't change your voting laws. You're still allowed to vote early. You're still allowed to vote by mail. You didn't go back to the pre-COVID-19 laws. And if I remember correctly, I can't remember the old governor's name, Cooper. He changed the voting laws, and he didn't have authority to do so.
God,
okay?
Bob, I feel like I'm being attacked here.
So I'm bummed. I'm disappointed in North Carolina having a super house and a super majority and didn't do their job.
Oh, sorry about that, Bob. Jeez. We're doing our best here. We voted for him. You guys didn't. I'm here to make everybody look good. Now, when we go to liberal land, we try to make people look bad. Oh, we're on? Did you get that on? Oh, okay, Frank.
Is this live going throughout the world?
Not yet. It will be in a couple days. Frank, we're here in the store. I hear that you're one of the favorite locals here that comes in all the time.
Well, I work here once a week.
Oh,
with
you work
Joanne.
here too?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. And we always have big, long conversations.
Oh, look, he's got the shoes on.
That's right, I do.
Uh-oh, I need to...
Not only that, but it's hiding.
Oh,
It's hiding part of my decor.
That's amazing.
I had, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now you haven't seen the whole get up that I have.
Now that I see him on you, I want him even
During the
more.
summer, I wore shorts.
Yeah.
You know, red, white, and blue shorts, and then I'd have a shirt like this, and then I actually even wore a cape with
You have
my
a
hat.
cape? Oh.
I have a cape. I didn't bring my cape.
Oh, you
Sorry
didn't
about
bring
that.
your cape. Well, what's a hero without a cape?
Well, you know, there was. Again, you can cut any of this out. So
We're not cutting any of it out,
okay.
Frank.
Twirl it, baby.
A lot of people would say, "Are you're pretty brave wearing that hat?" You know, I'm not from I'm from Northern Virginia.
You were brave wearing a Trump hat
because
in
people
public.
were afraid. A lot of people were afraid that they would get. You know, there was a picture of a guy get hit in the side of the head and he fell down. I don't know if it killed him, but he was seriously injured, and that was on regular TV. You know, so a lot of people, even in this area, are afraid of showing their support of Trump.
This is the Trump
Oh,
wall.
the Trump wall.
Yes.
Okay.
And so the Trump wall, we have President Trump and Jesus. He's walking with Jesus.
Yeah.
And the reason why I like this picture is because he's actually walking on water.
He's walking on
He's
water.
walking on water with Jesus, and that's exactly what it's going to take to turn our country around. And we committed to praying at 3 p.m. on Mondays. There were 3 of us that
You have a
started.
prayer group here in the store.
Prayer group, yes.
Every Monday.
Every Monday. We did it from 21 until the election. And so being in the store, I saw so many people who were afraid to put out a sign. To get someone to put out a sign was really like pulling teeth, you know?
In their yard.
In their yard, just in their own personal yard.
Because they were afraid of people.
What somebody might say,
Yeah.
what somebody might think, what somebody might do.
I know. Isn't that weird that
Yes.
you couldn't be vocal. You had to be a quiet Trumper. And that's
Yes.
why I think the polls were off. Because there were so many people that were not willing to admit publicly they were going to vote for the man.
Yes. And this is the whole thing. The other side is more vocal. I'm a former Democrat. I was raised Democrat. But when Reagan ran, President Reagan ran the first time, I switched. And I switched on the issue of abortion. And I said, the other side is just more vocal. You have to match your enemy, you know? And so people are saying, but we're nice. I said, no, you need to go look up the word nice. It's Latin and it means ignorant and foolish. And I'm not nice. I'm vocal, I'm bold, and I'm going to say what I think because I have a First Amendment right. So amazingly, it took about 2 years for people to actually start coming to the store. And then when they came, they said they were afraid to come because they didn't want their friends to know, to be seen coming in the store. So the majority of people that came during that 2-year period prior to the last election, they were people who were traveling.
For $1.99 while supplies last, these are the famous shoes that he sells. He's got commercials for these. These are nice looking. How many of these do you sell?
I sell quite a few of them, actually. They're starting to move. At first, the people that were buying them were older ladies.
Really?
Yes. they
Older
were over
ladies were buying
60s
these?
were buying those.
Were they wearing them actually?
They actually were wearing
Oh
them.
my
Buy
goodness.
them to wear. Also, the young kids. I had middle school kids. They come in and they buy them. And I had a parent tell one child, you're going to have to pay for it with your own money. And you know, in a couple of months, he came back with his own money. And he bought his shoes.
Like a teenager?
Teenager. He wore them to school, and he said everybody was behind him. He was the most popular guy in school. So this whole thing about, you know, kids are looking for leaders. And for him to wear those, they thought it was the most cool thing. Yes.
And wear that garbage
Absolutely.
vest. So, again, the man is brilliant, and
Yes,
he's
he
just,
is.
here's another one. The white privilege card. Will you talk to me about why this is...
Why that's so cool? Okay, you know, people have flashed this card when they got stopped by the police. They've actually flashed this card, and the police officers have just smiled and let them go. And we told CNN that story. There was one customer here who had that happened to, and they did a fact check, and they found a lady in Alaska that had that experience, same
A
experience.
woman in Alaska pulled this out,
Pulled that
showed this
out
to a police
for
officer,
speeding.
and they just kind of
chuckled.
So it says, member since birth, good until death.
Yes.
And it says scot-free, cardholder scot-free.
Yes, and the whole purpose behind it is that, you know, the white privilege stuff from the left. Okay, so this card grants the barrier happiness and success because of the color of your skin. Now you got, and not the choices that you make that determine your abilities to be successful. Now you got a card to prove what the left is saying. So every little thing they come up with,
Did you spin it around back
we
on
just
him?
need to spin it backwards.
Yeah. He's a
doesn't
common person
He
that we can
is.
relate to.
Oh,
He's not a
absolutely.
stiff politician that follows the rules of whatever. He goes off the cuff. He says things. Some of the things that he said have become catchphrases.
Absolutely.
You know, and people have, or things that he didn't say. People, you know, the "Let's Go Brandon" stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't. have
He's
anything to do with
human.
that. He's a human.
Like us.
We can relate to him.
Yeah, we can relate to him, but he's himself.
Yeah.
And that's what I like more than anything else.
Yeah.
He is who he is.
Yes.
Okay. And so we can be who we are.
We can be who we are, and we
That's
can
right.
still become president.
Absolutely, we can. I've got one that people find offensive.
Look at this one. We got a little onesie for a little Trump fan, for a little baby Trump fan.
Mm-hmm.
So, what happens, Joanne, when Trump's not in office anymore? Do you think that his legacy will live on?
It will.
People are still going to be buying the stuff?
I think his things will be collectibles. And this is what I tell people. The one I have is in here somewhere, but it's thumbs up. You missed bitches.
You missed bitches. Oh, we got to find that one.
I have it in a hoodie too.
So what happens when Trump is not in 4 years when he's out of office? You still going to be around?
This stuff will sell 20 years from now.
Yeah. Why
And I'll tell you why I say that is because when I first started in 2015, everybody came up to me and said, "Hey, buddy, what you got with Reagan on it? What you got with Reagan on it?" I said, nothing. We do sell the cutouts, and we've sold many of them. We got him on some shirts and whatnot. But, yeah, people still idolize
it's timeless.
Reagan. Huh?
Reagan, they still want Reagan. But this Trump stuff's probably going to be timeless. Like, even after he's out of office.
I'd say 20 years from now, it'll still be good.
You're still going to be.
Yeah, I think it'll be good 20 years from now.
Yeah. And how do you explain that?
It's just, he's left a legacy already. If something happened to him today, he's already left a legacy that nobody can match. Yeah. He's the only person that's ever been up there, including all the Republicans, that wasn't up there to fill their pockets. Yeah. Yeah. It was all about the money.
Okay. So there you have it, folks. Trump Town is a very unique place with a cast of characters inside. I think the lesson to be learned here is be authentic, have fun, be yourself, be real. Because there's an obsession and a following with Donald Trump that transcends politics. It's changed everything. And look, I got the shoes. I'm gonna be wearing these to inauguration. Sure thing. From the middle of Virginia, next stop, DC metro area. The inauguration tour continues. Look at that beautiful building. A former church turned Trump Town. There you go.
It's okay.